here we are in week 9. The subject for this week is physical labor. Barbara Brown Taylor calls it the practice of carrying water. And we're going to work a little bit. We're going to build some heat. So you're going to need, if you like, you want to make it a little more challenging, some light weights. So you could just go grab a can or two of vegetables. Or you could have some light hand weights. I've got 3-pound weights there as well I might use. So if you need to grab some weights, go ahead and stop the video and then come on back. So much of the stories that Barbara Brown Taylor tells in this chapter are about times when we have to do physical labor that we're not used to. And it forces us to think about all of the people who labor on our behalf. In fact, all the people who it took to get those beans to my shelf. So today, that's what we're going to set our intention around. So we're going to move in tons of ways that our bodies are capable of. And do a little bit of work with weights as well. So we're going to start seated. In the end, we'll finish with a 4, 7, 8 breath practice. And we will be sure that we take our appropriate Shavasana. A little bit longer than usual, right? So sit up tall, maybe holding onto your knees. Just feel that long space in your spine, level off your chin. Maybe move your head around a little bit, close your eyes if you're comfortable. And then come back to your breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. So I invite you to think of one person or a group of people who labor on your behalf, whether it's putting food on your table or caring for you physically. Set your intention and then come back to your breath. And so right away we're going to get moving. With our spine, I'm going to move my hands to the other side here and just have them handy. And come to all fours, spread your fingers wide, feeling length out through the crown of the head and out through the tailbone. Maybe tap the tops of your feet on the mat, activating the legs. And then on your next inhale, gently do that cow shape, right arching the low back, the mid back, the upper back. And then from the base of the spine, hollow out. Hollowing cat. So just keep doing that a few times. Getting your spine nice and warm. So I found a website that had 7 motions that are good predictors of longevity. First, I want to take issue with longevity because what we're really, keep doing your cat-cow, working to do here is increase our health span. None of us can know how many days or years we're going to have left. Last arch, last hollowing out. So we're really working to just stay well as long as we possibly can. And we do all of those 7 motions pretty much in yoga. With the 7th, the last one of them is walking, and I know everybody has a good walking practice. So this yoga stuff is just augmenting our aerobic or walking practice. Okay, so right away you're going to take one arm up in the air, my left arm up, and you're going to thread the needle, do an easy spinal twist, maybe dropping your head onto a block. Maybe you want to take that top arm around, not too much pressure on your neck, right? Just a couple breaths. And bring that top hand back so that you can come back to all fours. And then look over your left shoulder and look over your right shoulder. Do that a couple times. Maybe one more. And then inhale, take your right arm up in the air. And thread the needle on the other side, slowly and gently dropping onto that shoulder. Easy spinal twist. Maybe you take your Other hand behind your back. So use your low belly to support you as you come on back to all fours. All right, and then stretch your right leg out behind you. Doesn't matter really which leg. Get that nice calf stretch. And then on an inhale, lift your heel and go ahead and bend that leg 90 degrees. And keep your toes pointing down. And we're just going to pulse a few times, maybe 10 times. Heel up and up. 4, 5, spine long. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stretch the leg out again. Gently, slowly pull the knee towards the nose. Slow motion, Halloween cat shape. Push into the finger pads. And come on back. And start with a calf stretch on the other leg. And then inhale, lift the leg, bend it 90 degrees, toes still pointing in line with the leg, and then inhale, lift. 8 more times. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly and gently point the toe, exhaling, pull the belly in, bring the knee toward the nose. Hover there for a moment. And release. Nice. So we're going to come onto our bellies. So I'm going to walk my knees back. I'm going to get my shoulders over my wrists. A nice modified plank. Before we go, let's do some push-ups. So pushing, yoga push-ups. You could come onto your toes if you like. You're going to go only 90 degrees. Bend your elbows. Exhaling. Inhale, push away. 2 more. Exhaling down. Inhale, push away. Remember, you're your own best teacher. These may not be right for you. Exhaling down. Inhale, push away. And then last one. Exhaling down to the mat. Keep your hands under your shoulders. We're going to go right to some gentle cobras. Push your feet into the mat. Drop your elbows. Inhale. Raise the shoulders. Just gaze forward. Exhale down. Strong legs, strong back bends. Inhale, raise up, and exhale down. And again, inhale, raise up, and exhale down. And make a pillow for your head with your hands. Get your hands out of the way. Just take a moment, check in with your body. And then take your arms out in that like V for victory shape. And then inhale, raise them up. Back to the palms toward the ceiling. And exhale down. And again, inhale, raise the palms up. And exhale down. Still strong legs here. Here, inhaling, raise the arms up nice and straight. And exhale down. And then bring your hands out, fingertips forward of your ears, spread wider than your mat. Push your feet in the mat, and inhale, gently start to straighten your arms, just gazing forward. Keep those feet pushing into the mat. Lots of space between your shoulders and your ears. And exhaling, gently release. Bring your elbows under your shoulders so that you can pull your low belly in and walk yourself back to all fours. And we're going to do a little work with low lunge, so if it's helpful for you to have, bring one of these with me, a yoga block to help you balance. I'll bring my left leg forward first, right? Knee right over the ankle. Pad that back knee if you need. So drop your tailbone and raise your arms up. Just check in and see how your body feels. Should be feeling pretty warm by now. Right? Maybe raise your gaze. So exhaling, release your hands. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. And then we're going to grab those cans. Or a weight, right? Or 2 weights, right? So inhaling, pick your arms up over your head, using your weights if you want or not. right? And then exhale and bring them back down towards your back knee. So this time you're going to raise them up slightly to your left. Gentle side stretch to the left and back down toward your back knee. And again, so this would be like a fitness perspective, kind of like a wood chop, right? Raising up and exhaling down, right? And then take them forward. You can do this all without weights, right? And then draw one arm back. So I'm twisting away from my front leg for now. Strengthening those back muscles, come on back to the front, and then draw toward that front leg. Nice and strong. And inhaling, raise your arms up again. And exhaling, pull that low belly in. Get those weights close to your body before you put them down. So be safer on your spine, right? Than having them hang out around the front of you somehow. So come on back to all fours. Maybe check in with your spine, wrap your hips from side to side. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So get yourself set. Again, you can do this with one weight, 2 weights, or use your cans. Right? So inhaling up. On your exhale, you're going to take the cans toward your back knee. And then inhale, take them up, gentle side bend. And exhale to the back knee. Root that front foot for balance. Inhale, gentle side bend. Exhale, back knee. Inhaling, side bend. And then bring the weights forward and twist away from that front leg first. It's amazing how just a little extra weight can get your heart rate up. Back forward, and then twist toward your front leg. Come back to that intention that you set. Gratitude for the people who labor on our behalf. Exhaling. Come on, back up one more time. And then bring those weights close to your body to put them down. Okay, so come back to all fours. Take your hands forward, one hand length. Curl your toes under. Lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. So find the dog that's right for you. Maybe you want to walk your dog. Bending one knee and then the other. And then come to stillness. Just feeling your body nice and strong. And then inhaling, look at your thumbs. Exhaling, bend your knees and walk your feet in to meet your hands, grabbing hold of the block or some other prop to help you get there safely. Maybe let your head hang and nod your head yes. Knees can stay bent. Wiggle the toes and then soften the knees. Bring your hands to your thighs. So squatting is another one of those exercises, predictor of health span or longevity. Let's stay here for a few breaths. Reach your fingertips up in the air. And then inhale. Come on up to Tadasana. Exhaling your hands to your heart center. So maybe already feeling some heat. So we're going to grab our cans again. So first we're going to balance on one leg, right? So we're going to go into a tree pose. So you can find whatever works for you. Go to a wall, hold one can or not. So if you're doing one arm at a time, just make sure you do both arms equally. So maybe you take your cans out to the side. Use your drishti, your focal point. Maybe you could make some little arm circles. Keep going. Breathe. Going back to stillness. If it's okay with your spine, if you have any neck issues, you might want to not want to take your arms overhead. But maybe you can keep your shoulder blades dropping down and out as you lift your arms up. And then bring yourself back to center. And exhaling, gently release. Remember, it's just a practice. So it's really great for our core to do a little bit of weight work, strengthening on one leg. So get ready to go to the other side. Just mixing it up. Fun challenges. It's just a practice. Find your drishti. Maybe do the same thing on this side that you did on the other. Maybe some little arm circles. Maybe reverse them. Maybe you want to drop your tailbone and lengthen your spine and bring your arms up overhead. Good work. And exhaling, gently release. Okay, so we're going to keep holding on to them. We're going to take big, wide straddle. Right, so my heels are in a little bit, toes pointing kind of diagonally. You want to make sure you take your knees right out over your toes so you're not folding in on your arches, right? I'm going to keep my cans, or again, you could use light weights. You're going to sit down on your heels, and then inhale, lift those weights up by your chin. Exhaling, a wide-legged squat here, inhaling, exhaling. And inhale, and exhaling, and inhale. And then exhale down. We're going to stay. And again, you could be doing this without weights. It's okay. You just make some isometric tension. We're just going to do some bicep curls. So nice deep squat. We'll do 10. Breathe. 6, 5, 4, 3, maybe go a little deeper, 2, and 1. Then straighten your legs, squeeze your inner thighs together, make sure you're nice and balanced. So maybe again, we take our arms overhead with some weight. If you have any cervical, spine, or neck issues, just be really careful. We'll do 10. Maybe having those weights touch at the top. Making our back strong, all about the spine. Lots of motion because our bodies can. 8 and 9 and 10. Go ahead and drop your weights. Take one last squat, and then heel toe your way in. Nice. We'll go ahead and drop those weights for now. So one of the other motions, predictor of health span or longevity, is hinging, which we do all the time, right? So we're just going to do 2 sun salutations. Come to the front of your mat. We'll do they call them the classical modified, so they have a low lunge in them. So inhaling, arms up. Probably feel nice and light now. Exhaling, soften the knees, fold forward where it's safe for you. Then inhale, halfway up. And soften the knees, take that right leg way back in high lunge. Left knee over the left ankle, float the knee down. And when you're ready, inhaling, arms to the sky. Just moving with the breath, exhale. Hands to the mat. Inhaling, your version of plank. Knees or toes. And exhaling, chaturanga, down to the mat. Then inhaling, cobra, or maybe you want to do up dog. And exhaling to downward facing dog. Inhaling, right leg up, toes pointing down. Exhaling, find your low lunge, right leg forward. Float to the knees if you need. Eventually dropping that back knee. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, hands to the mat, curl your back toes under, lift that back thigh, walk it in. Inhaling all the way to half forward fold. Exhaling, soften the knees. Reverse your dive, fingertips up in the air. Exhaling, hands to your heart. Good work. We're just going to keep on going. Inhaling, arms up. And exhaling, dive. So the whole point of this, inhaling halfway up, or at least a good portion of the point is, left leg back in high lunge. There's your exhale, float the back knee down. So that we can still get up and down off the floor. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, hands to the mat. If it's challenging for you and you're new to yoga, don't worry, it gets easier. Inhaling, top of your push-up plank. Exhaling, chaturanga. Inhaling, cobra or up dog. Exhaling, right to down dog. Inhale, left arm up. Left leg up. Exhaling, knee in, find your low lunge on the left foot forward side. Back knee floats down. Inhaling, arms up in the air. Exhaling, hands to the mat, curl those back toes under. Scoot that back foot to meet the front. Inhaling, half forward fold. Exhaling, hang. Reverse the dive, fingertips up in the air. And exhaling, hands to your heart. Take a couple breaths. Come back to that intention that you set. Gratitude for someone who labors on our behalf. So Barbara Brown Taylor tells lots of stories about common activities of spiritual practice. So we're going to work a little bit on squats, Malasana squat, if you're game. I've got my feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, my toes pointing slightly out, knees track right over the toes, right? So first we'll just do some squats. Maybe you keep your hips above your knees, right? So exhaling down, inhaling up, exhaling down. Keep your weight in your heels, inhaling up. Let's do 3 more. Exhaling down, inhaling up, exhaling down. Laundry can be spiritual practice. 1 more. This can be spiritual practice. Dishes, spiritual practice. Pretty much anything. So if you want to try Malasana, full squat, I'll turn sideways so you can see. Give it a whirl. If not, just keep doing those. Regular squats. You could turn your toes in and do them with feet parallel. If you want to try regular Malasana squat, you can actually grab a block or a blanket and put it under your heels. Makes it easier. Right? So toes slightly out. As you go down, you want to think of your elevator going up, drawing that pelvic floor up. So maybe you want to stay with your hips above your knees. Maybe you can start to drop your hips down. Elbows pushing the knees outward. So this might not be available to you, that's okay. I have another idea. You could lay with your feet on the wall and make this shape while you're laying on your back and just using the wall as your leverage. Make the wall your floor. It's hard to believe in many cultures people eat like this, they read like this, they socialize like this. Couple more breaths. Gets a little easier if you stay there a while. So when you're ready to come out of it, I invite you to rest your hands on the floor, lift your heels a little bit, pull your low belly in. As you slowly and gently come back to a forward fold, you can walk off the blanket. If you laid on your back and we're using the wall as your floor, slowly and gently come to one side and come to seated. We're all going to come to the mat. So if you're in a forward fold, Take one leg back in high lunge, doesn't matter which one it is, we're just getting down safely, front knee over the ankle. Float the back knee down and come to all fours. Maybe rock your hips from side to side. Okay. So, I think that, some physical exertion like that is the fastest way to get to Shavasana and really good quality rest. But there's another way, 4-7-8 breathing, sometimes called the natural tranquilizer, that we can give our parasympathetic nervous systems a little lift, that rest and digest side. So that's what we're going to do. You inhale deeply for 4, you suspend, you hold your breath at the top of the inhale for 7, and then you exhale nice and slowly and deeply for 8 counts. Again, with any of these breathing practices, if you get any kind of anxiety or dizziness, just let it go and breathe naturally. And just wait till we're finished. So exhale everything out. And here we go. Inhaling. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale deeply. 4. Hold for 7. Maybe close your eyes. 5, 6, 7. Exhale 8. Again, inhale 4. Hold for 7. Exhale 8. Here you go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, inhale and hold. 6, 7. Exhale. Again, inhale and hold and exhale. Try one more on your own time. Inhale and hold. Shoulders soft. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. So allow your breath just to return to normal. Take a moment to appreciate the calm. And I invite you to immediately settle yourself into Shavasana. So whether that's sitting in a chair or laying on your back with your knees bent or being fully stretched out. You could put a blanket on your knees or a blanket on your head. So recall that intention, that gratitude, and then let that go. Try and get any props out of your way so your body's not touching anything. Most important pose of all, nothing else to do until you hear my voice again. Bring your attention back to your body with a breath of gratitude before you get moving. And then make some small motions, maybe wrists, fingers, toes, whatever feels right. A little stretching, a little twisting, a little bending. And when you're ready, either rolling onto one side, staying there, resting for a few minutes, or already gently pushing yourself up to seated. I invite you to keep your eyes closed. So remembering, as Barbara Brown Taylor says, the difference between washing windows and resting in God can be a simple decision. Choose the work, and it becomes your spiritual practice. Spraying vinegar and water on the panes, you baptize the glass. Polishing the glass, you let in the light. No task is too menial to serve as a path, and if you are able to sustain other lives along with your own, then all the better. If you haven't come to seated yet, I invite you to do so. Inhaling, bring your hands to your heart center. Exhaling, bowing your head to your heart for doing the work. Making this practice your spiritual practice so that you can go out and serve others. The Spirit in me honors the Spirit in you. Namaste.